Okay, you're rolling.
Sick.
What's going on, everybody? Sorry to start on a yawn, but it's indicative of how I'm doing things these days. B-Tech Philosophers, welcome. It's me, Michael Odewale.
Elliot Steele, episode 36.
36, man. Wow. Wow.
We usually have a guest on, but today we're thinking of doing things a little bit. This is usually what we do on the Patreon.
All of our guests rejected us.
There was 5 people who said they couldn't make the podcast. I wanted to hide that from the audience.
We asked a few good people who maybe we'll get on in the future, but also maybe we'll ban them for life for rejecting us.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad we didn't just start really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. I mean, not that any of the people who might be listening to us, but no comedians listen to podcasts.
No. But we didn't, start going,
Well, in the early days, we used to just do it. We did it for us for the first 15 or 16. It was just us.
This is it. This is what we do on the Patreon. Sign up to the Patreon, $3.50 a month, and you get
$3.50 a month.
We are bankrupting ourselves by keep doing the second videos.
Yeah, in this economy, it should be a bit more. But you know what? We just want to give you that extra content.
We have a slight socialist model on this podcast.
I disagree with it, but we do have one.
Yeah, if I could restart it, I would go ultra capitalist. Late stage capitalism.
Just whole thing paywalled.
I want some of you intense because you were paying for this for our Patreon.
In our ideal world, there would be an ad after every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And even then, when we're podcasting, we're just selling whatever we...
Yeah, our logo behind us, it starts coming up with adverts for Domino's and things that are just going to really distract from the podcast. But that's the world we live in, people.
That's the dream.
That's the world we live in.
Hey, man, the economy is actually getting better now that Truss, she fired Kwasi Kwarteng, Ghanaian guy.
Okay, why is it getting better?
Well, because they got this Jeremy Hunt guy in. Okay. I know politics. Don't look at me like that.
Okay. No, I don't doubt you know politics.
He reversed all the things.
Okay, so but do you understand about the economy?
So, no. Explain.
No, I don't know.
Okay. I was hoping one of us would take the baton.
No, I know, but this is what I think people do nowadays. Is they're like, the economy's getting better, and you go, right? What does that mean?
Yeah, and was not expected to be asked to explain that in any way. But I think so how do you feel about this? Because it's quite a philosophical thing in a way. Liz Truss has U-turned on all the things that she said she was going to do economically. She's done a complete U-turn. Do you have any respect for that? I
guess you would say, well, if you've done something wrong in politics, you should be allowed to turn back. It'd be worse if you just had to stand there and go, I'm staying with this decision despite the clear and obvious effects of it are going to cause these issues. So I think that's a very good thing. But I think the problem is everyone went, when she was doing it, these are going to cause these clear and obvious issues.
Literally 10 seconds after it came out, everyone was like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And it's only now that it's become very clear that everybody's told her, all the analysis all the people in the party say, you're out if you do this. And now she's turned.
But why? But this is the thing. Why would you want that position of power at the minute? Why would you want to be prime minister when it's a poison chalice? You've got to be really fucking stupid to go for it. So anyone who's smart who could probably help in the Conservative Party is going, we're going to lose the election by a landslide. That's an accepted fact now.
Yeah. But it's the ego, innit? Why would you want the top job just so the history book says you had the top job, even if it just says for the shortest amount of time possible?
I guess it's like when you're like, I want to start closing.
Yeah.
And then you get there and you're like,
I get home late, gotta get the last train, and you gotta deal with them at their drunkest.
Yeah.
Great power comes great responsibility.
You closed the gig on Friday?
Where was I?
I don't know. You was telling me about it.
Oh shit.
Southampton or something.
Yeah. I had to do 40 minutes.
How long did you do?
I did 25 minutes. First of all, I want to make it clear. Who puts a 40? Who the fuck wants a 40? Nobody they don't want a 40. The people working there, staff, they don't want a 40. MC don't want a 40. I don't want a 40. I don't even know if I have a 40 anymore. I had an hour, but I don't even know if it's a 40 in the club.
There's a whole other 15 minutes to do, and you're like, nah.
Nobody was sad when I shut up after 25 minutes, which is an indictment of how my set was going, perhaps. But nobody was like, oh, man, that extra 15 would have ruined it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sometimes I tell comics this, you know, if you get to 15 minutes, book to do 20, get to 15, and you know it's only going to go downhill from there, just stop.
Ooh, I disagree on that, bro.
You will, don't get me wrong, you'll never get booked by that club again. You'll never, this is partly why I give them this advice. You'll never get booked by that club.
So you can get on earlier.
You will never get, I get to go home earlier, first of all, if you cut short by 5 minutes. But you will leave with the crowd being like, oh, that was a great set of 15, rather than 5 minutes where you know you're going to end badly, because that's what people remember.
I think when you first start playing the clubs, it should be a 15 when you're middling. If you're new, I think they should give you 15, because 10, to explain to people, you'll do like a 10, and your 10 you'll be at a point where you've been doing a 10 for like 6 years, and it'll be killing. Maybe even like 4 years or something, and you're killing. And then you get booked for a 20, or your trial 20. And that is such a big jump.
That extra 5, because it has to be a good last 5. It has to end on a high. And you know, sometimes people say we're too comedy. Let's say you work in an office. 9 to 4, you're doing your best work. And then you got 4 till 5. You know you ain't feeling it. Just leave. Leave the office.
It's exactly the same as someone sitting there at a cubicle every day having to walk out and do 20 minutes where they've been given food. They get like 220 quid and they get as much as they want to drink.
Listen.
That's some comedy clubs, by the way. That's some comedy clubs.
You know you're not going to do that Excel chart the best of your ability. So just go home.
Yeah.
You will get fired. I haven't worked in an office, you can tell. But you might get fired. But that 9 till 4 period, ooh, you're on fire.
But there's a thing in offices where people barely do the work as it is.
I've read this. They're calling it quiet quitting.
Yeah, where people, because basically the amount of work that there is to do, they're booked for an 8-hour day. So you're booked for the amount, you're paid for the amount of time you work, not how much work you get done.
Yeah.
So you need to you could get all the work done in 2 to 3 hours, but you now need to make it look like it takes 8 hours, because that then makes you look valuable. You need to be there. So people there's this sort of whole thing where people are like, we don't even need as long a work day as we got now in things where it is offices and things like that.
Well, that's why the whole working from home thing people were enjoying, because it's like, I'm in my own environment. I don't necessarily have to be on a clock from this time to this time, but I just have to get this work done. And they will find it quite productive. But I think a lot of companies are like, we want you back in the office so we can watch over you. It's a very traditional, even though the results are showing that people are fine working from home in their own hours, they can be trusted. Just they like having that overlord watching over you thing.
Yeah, that comes from those like Victorian times, like the factory worker who wants, you must come here and do this and do that, and we still have that with that power that comes with that job of being a boss. Do you know what I mean?
Based on this year alone, right? Let's say your gigs were paid based on how much you made them laugh in the gig. Would you be in the black or in the red?
Oh, I'd be in the black.
You'd be in the black?
I'd be in the black.
Yeah.
The black's bad, right?
Black is...
Oh, no, I'd be in the black, but
I reckon I would.
You'd be in the black, but it's oh man, because I know we don't want to be too comedy centric on this podcast. We do like to stay away.
You make it comedy. I'll make it for the layman.
All right,
I'll metaphor it
for people. Is someone in your office or wherever you work? Yeah, give me a job.
Ice cream man.
All right, that's a solo job. It doesn't work with the analogy I want to do.
Ice cream parlor.
Oh, okay, right. I can work with ice cream parlor. Say there's someone in the ice cream parlor, yeah, whose job it is to bring in the ice cream, put it in the freezer so you can serve it.
That would actually be a separate contractor because they're delivering the ice cream.
Oh, fuck. Okay, right.
So let's say their job is to put sprinkles on.
Their job is to put the sprinkles on the ice cream. And they don't do it properly. They always fuck up the sprinkles. So now
are they like a special needs volunteer? Like why?
What,
they have one job, which is to put sprinkles on.
Well, my point, maybe we're better off using the comedy analogy because this is spiraled out of control, and we're about to slag off the special needs. Mike's like, yeah, I was just trying to use a nice analogy for bad comedians, and you're there like, yeah, we got one of those fucking, in dribbling all over the stuff. I'm like, whoa, where are we going with?
No, they got a badge on that says, please be kind.
You got to get them. You got to sign to them to take their earmuffs off, so you can have a word.
they're getting experience in the workplace by putting sprinkles on ice cream, so you can't shout at them.
They keep licking the sprinkles off before they give it to the customers. We're trying. Who the fuck hired this person?
Okay, the analogy go. I'll make it work.
So that was the note. So it's like, have you had that thing, yeah, where there'll be someone like who's MCing or something, and they just don't, in any way, shape, or form, get the room ready.
It's not their night.
It's and let me say this now. I am not the world's greatest MC. I'm not likable enough, really. It takes a few minutes for me to get going to the crowd.
You watch and you're like, oh, I see what he's doing now.
Yeah. But I come across very aggressive.
Yeah.
Which I'm trying to work on as a person. But
For life, not just for comedy.
Yeah. Like, and it's because I got this accent.
Yeah.
Bro, if I was fucking, oh man, I wish I went private school.
So you tip. Oh, this is there.
Oh, hello. And then I could be one of those comedians who. Do you know what I noticed? Yeah. Have you guys noticed this? We got lovely Roman in the studio today. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, what's up, peeps?
People might have heard him before, especially on the Patreon episodes. We've had big, in-depth chats, but this I'm just reintroducing on the public episodes. But have you guys noticed this? Yeah, I was talking about this with another comedian, right? If you're a middle-class, privately educated comedian, and you do a joke, and it's a shit joke, you can go, "Hey guys, comedy, am I right? Hey, when the comedy's time starts, this guy gets going, this guy, I'm the guy, this guy's doing it, yeah." And everyone will go, "That's very clear," because he's pointed out it's not actually that good a joke. Yeah. But then you can't do that if you're working class, because people are just like, "That fucking idiot with that joke. Oh God, that's the kind of humour we've come for, have it?"
No, well, you know what you can do? Every comic is allowed free. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, that didn't work. And then you'll get like a laugh of, have he...
At a new material night.
Or a professional night, I think you can go, fair enough.
Yeah.
You got one of those.
I had about 8 of them on Friday. I'm not even joking.
On a Saturday night at, let's say, a top comedy club,
yeah,
you're allowed a couple, 2, fair enough, that didn't work. You didn't like that one.
When's the last time you've been at a top comedy club and you've had to do it, that didn't work?
I've done well, you guys didn't like that one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But I can't do that 7 times.
No, I know, but that's not you going, your joke doesn't land, and you go, "Whoa, comedy guys here, whoa, we're gonna," and because you've gone to Cambridge, everyone's like, this is goofy. His dad's a chancellor. He shouldn't be saying it.
It's so meta, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just fucking gets on my nerves. It is this thing, like, I've noticed it, like I've got in trouble for turning up to gigs in tracksuits, innit? Because
Which you shouldn't do.
I'm sorry that I'm coming to your free. It's what I'm not turning up to the Ritz. I'm not meeting the king.
Comedians, fucking the Rat Pack. They used to wear suits. Fucking
that's the
Sammy
Rat Pack.
Davis Jr., Frank
Right.
Sinatra.
And they were doing residencies in Vegas. I'm turning up to a comedy club that in the downstairs of a pub where half the audience is kegs. Sorry I haven't gone to Ralph Lauren and oh Dad, I better go rent a tux. I'm doing the Chuckle Fuck Brother in Hackney.
How do you get to doing residencies in Las Vegas? You treat every show like it's Las Vegas. That's how.
Bro, turn up to some of those fucking. Have you ever got like some of those gigs that are in London on Tuesday? Which ask you, have you ever done one of these gigs where they're like, "Hey, do you mind doing an Instagram post about it?" "Oh yeah, I'll get my fans to come see me at your fucking terrible gig."
I don't want anybody to know I'm here.
Do you know what?
I could have murdered someone. I wouldn't use this as an alibi. Just send me down.
Bro, there's this guy who used to run gigs here called Martin. He's still around, Martin Besserman, right?
Fucking hell, man.
Oh no.
I could have used some of that money.
But Martin Besserman gigs, no one ever got paid.
No, yeah, that's true.
No one ever got paid at a Martin Besserman gig, yeah.
Some of us might still be on the Martin Besserman circuit. So easy, people.
Just kidding. Calm down, Elliot, man. Burning bridges.
Oh my God. Bro, burning the bridge. You should fucking thank me. Bro, I swear to God, yeah, I turn up to a first day gig of his one time. It's actually in the room where I was talking to you before. The Camden Eye is, or whatever it's called. It's actually now a really good gig, like run by these open micers, but it's a fucking fun gig. and it was in there, and I saw another pro comic, and I said to him, when we were both out, I went, do you know what this is like? This is what doing a Martin Besserman gig was like, and you'll see another comedian, it's like you've gone to the strip club on your own, and you've seen another guy who who's gone to the strip club on his own.
Yeah.
And you both know you can never mention it again.
Yeah.
Like you just got to sort of, hey, you're married with kids. What are you doing?
Why are you here?
That you've both told the wife you've popped out to get milk, and you just
need this. I need this. But, here's the thing, Elliot, you have to accept, no matter what gig you're doing, it's show business.
Yeah.
So you're in show business. If there's 5 people in a room, you got a microphone, it's show business.
Cool. Why can't I be in a tracksuit sometimes?
Because it's show business. What's show business about tracksuit bottoms?
Show business is, bro, it's authenticity.
Show business is presenting.
No, here's my point.
Do you think that these people have come out, because they're not in control of how shit the night is, but they've just come out to see some comedy. Do you not think you have to present in a way that's like, I have a basic bit of respect for you, audience member? You 5 people.
You were meant to do 40 minutes and you did 25, and you're about to give me shit because I'm not wearing some fucking weird fleece like you do. On
Nobody wanted 40, but I showed basic respect. I turned up.
You turned up. Well,
I can't control how the material is received, but I can at least control my how I look on the stage. I feel like that's a basic request.
right, okay.
I feel like
I do some. I'm just alright, but I like Vauxhall. I've turned up in my trackies. Everyone's cool with it.
yeah, I guess.
But my point is, when a privately educated comedian has their, hey guys, I'm in a tracksuit on stage. Isn't that weird? Aren't I kooky? It's seen as like, oh, look at them, they're dressing in a tracksuit. But when you actually do it, you're seen as someone who's not from that world. You're seen as scum.
I think you'll just have a complex.
Yeah, probably.
Also, pilots. There's no good reason why a pilot needs to wear a suit.
Yeah, that's true.
So if a pilot turns up,
I would. You know what? If I saw a pilot in a tracksuit, I would not get on that
in a
plane.
Nike fleece. What's up, man?
Oh my god! Imagine when you were boarding the plane, your pilot went to spud you.
I'm straight back out.
I'm not flying on an airline where a pilot spuds me.
There's just certain jobs where you need the look.
I agree. But I'm going to say comedian I should be based on my material and my performance.
But you wouldn't turn up in tracksuit to all and every gig.
No, because some gigs are, some gigs. If I'm going to the store, then because that, people have paid a lot of money for their night out. I can make fucking Jeff Innocent doesn't, and he rocks it well. To be fair to him,
different, man. That's using the game. Also, like people,
that's true.
Can't afford. Some people can afford the store. Some people can't. So do they just have a shittier attire because they can't afford?
Yeah. Yeah. I live that as well. Do you know what I mean? I wish I could fucking go to the nightclub in Mayfair. I can't afford it. What do? I go to a Yates.
Yeah.
And I accept that it's a lot shitter.
But why should the service be shittier?
Because
why can't poor people get nice things?
You get what you pay for.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Sorry that the comedy night where the flyer's like written in crayon, and they've made a big deal about my one Comedy Central. That's when I know the gig's gonna be. When they bring up like, we got a TV, but you're like, no one has ever seen me on TV, bro.
Yeah, I was talking to an American comic. They said in America they love when they say your credits.
Yeah,
the audience give you more respect.
Yeah,
like, oh, this is someone worth listening to. Over here, I feel like they like cross their arms and like, oh yeah, you've been on TV. Show me what you got.
Yeah, I've been to America, and the gigs out there, they're like obsessed with what you've done. And when you tell them your credits, they're like, if you're like, I've done.
Was anyone impressed by your credits?
Yes, because Comedy Central is a way bigger thing over there than it is here.
Oh, nice. You gigged in America?
No.
I don't think anyone from
no, I wouldn't go out there without the correct visa and gig there.
Okay, I hear you.
I would never do that, but hypothetically.
No, don't say hypothetically. Don't, because you made your point. You haven't done it.
Yeah. No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
Do you know what they couldn't? I
don't think.
What are they going to do? Stop me coming into the country?
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll do that.
Yeah, no, they're very good at that actually.
Yeah, that's actually. I want to get back onto the philosophy of U-turns, and just like admitting you made a mistake and changing your ways. We live in a society where you are ridiculed for that. If you look at like this Liz Truss situation, now obviously, arguably, she's rightfully been ridiculed for this, but as a society, we don't seem to have a lot of respect for people who, admit their regrets, admit their mistakes, and go back on their word. This is why I think we live in a society where people are so, in terms of debate and in terms of discourse, people are so hard-headed, and they're not willing to like soften their stance a little bit because they're like, oh man, I don't want to show weakness, and I have to stay on this point of view.
You notice Mike's got this opinion because Kanye's gone anti-Semitic, and it's now.
I actually am very sad about that.
And you notice now it's like, why can't people have a debate? Why can't people talk about? The minute it's Kanye West, a lot of the online discourse suddenly came like, hey, mental health matters.
I'm done. I'm out. I'm out of the Kanye game.
I agree with you what you were saying about the online discourse and things like that. I'm totally 100% with you. It's just not designed to be a place for discourse.
What social media? What about just in conversation?
Well, we do that. We have disagreements on things. We've never fallen out over a disagreement.
We're special people, though. We're special. We're different.
I mean, also, you haven't seen his journal, Elliot. So, if you did get to read that, maybe it would be a different story.
Oh my God, that thing would read like something that Ted Kaczynski wrote.
I don't even fucking know what that is.
That's the Unabomber.
Oh shit, yeah.
That Mike's journal's a manifesto.
Yeah, but I always say I get it out.
Do you know what? I bet Mike's journal is actually way more boring than you think. It would just be like, there was a lady in the coffee shop with red hair today.
Is that your impression?
Yeah,
of Mike?
I wanted to go talk to her, but I didn't.
Why is everyone like?
That thing was in his journal.
Why does everyone like agree that that's what I sound like? I don't sound anything like that.
You could do an impression of me.
Palace. That's all I had. That's all I had. I don't know what else.
I don't think I've ever talked about my love for Crystal Palace on this podcast.
Nah, I just thought word association. Toxic masculinity, but I'm soft inside. I don't know. Some weird.
Oh, fuck you. That's get back.
I could see exactly the brand you're going for. You want the soft boys and you want the manly men.
I know. I reflected on some of the questions that I asked today because, like I say, people who follow me, my fan base, they're either very introspective, interlooking people, or they're a member of the Proud Boys. It's either one or the other. There is no like some.
We put out a call for sort of people who had philosophical musing questions, anything.
And some of these are not philosophically musing. Some of them are very philosophically musing.
Can I do mine first?
Yeah. Let's do yours first. You do one, I'll do one.
Okay, so I asked for philosophical musings, ponderings, anything like that. My first one was, what's your fave movie? That's what someone has asked me. I don't think they understood what I was asking for. It's not even tried to make it on topic in any way whatsoever.
Who the fuck asked that?
It's just anonymous.
I got one that just said, "You're cute."
Oh, okay, that's
nice, but
that is philosophically. I want to ponder that. How did they get there? My favorite movie, Rugrats in Paris, or Moonlight.
Rugrats in Paris.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that was a film.
Oh, classic, man. Classic. One of the first ones I had on the VHS. And when the Rugrats, remember when they did the crossover with the Wild Thornberrys?
Oh, that was good.
That was a banger.
And the Rugrats, I used to love the Rugrats one with the monkeys and the dinosaur car, and the monkeys steal the train.
Rugrats in Paris.
No, it isn't. That's not Rugrats
They went
in Paris.
to...
That's not Rugrats in Paris.
Did they do one where they went to Tokyo?
Yes.
That one, yeah.
Okay, so your favorite movie, you don't even know the location of it.
Okay, but also... This is a childhood thing. Any childhood show where they crossed over with another childhood show, fucking sick, bro.
It's unbelievable.
Do you remember when the Power Rangers teamed up with the Ninja Turtles?
No.
They teamed up with the Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fucking sick.
I was never really that into Power Rangers. I just pretended to be into Power Rangers because everyone else was. And I like thinking back to it, it's probably where my childhood need comes from to buy branded clothing to get the approval of people started with that.
With the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought color coding your shoes with your shirt was the definition of swag. Because that's all the Power Rangers they used to dress in the colors of what they wear all times. But yeah, Power Rangers, when they teamed up with the Mutant Turtles, that might have been my first boner.
What?
That's the first time I ever got like so excited. I just got an erection.
Do you know what my first boner was?
What?
Matisha Adams from the Addams Family.
Oh yeah.
That was my first ever.
Her husband they were fucking.
They were
He used to like kiss her arm, my beautiful, my sweethearts.
That was my first ever. That was my, like, when I was 4 or 5, I saw that and was like, what? I don't know what this feeling is. Do you remember you'd have that as a kid? You'd be horny, but you didn't know what it was.
Were you into goth girls?
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah. Still now?
Nah.
No. Even Wednesday Addams, she was kind of cute.
When you were
When
a child.
When I was a child, she was cute. Also, the one from the Tweenies, Bella.
I thought you were about to say the hand. When you did the hand gesture, I thought you was about to say thing with the hand. I was about to be like, what?
That was a banging theme tune.
Yeah, they smashed it.
What was your favourite movie?
That's a very weighted question.
I don't think it is.
I'm going to say Goodfellas. I'm going to go for it. I know it's like what everyone chooses, but I'll tell you why. Goodfellas, I know The Godfather is cinematically a better film, but I think The Goodfellas is more watchable. As in, The Godfather, don't get me wrong, like it's always between those two, but I think you put on Goodfellas, it could be on ITV2 at night, I'll put it on just as like in the background, I'll watch it, adverts and all.
R.I.P. Ray Liotta.
Yeah, whereas The Godfather, like, you really have to be watching it, and you have to watch it several times to get all the things that are going on. It's a heavier movie.
Yeah, I've always wanted to lead someone through the kitchen into the restaurant like he did.
Oh, bro, that scene.
He just knows everyone. He's doing a handshake. Yeah.
I would love to do that at a comedy club, but instead I stand awkwardly in line with everyone else. I got a good. This is a good question. This guy. I'm not gonna out him, but he sent it in. Yeah, he thought he was being anonymous, and he just sent it in straight up. But God bless him. So this is a bit more of a moral dilemma, a predicament.
Okay, let's go.
This young man is in.
Who we're not gonna name, even though
we're not gonna name. Girlfriend is best friends with her ex. I want to kick his head in so badly. Is it worth it?
What we need to get to the core of this. It seems like an insecurity, which is a fair insecurity to have. Your girlfriend still being friends with somebody who used to put his penis inside of her. That would cause you a little bit of angst. But you have to ask yourself, what is about their relationship that threatens you? Is it the fact that he used to put his penis?
Yeah.
Probably. That's part of it.
Do you know what? It's actually... Here's the thing, right? You got to ask yourself several questions with this one.
Several?
Yeah.
4.
Well, I'd say... Is it you can have the conversation with your girlfriend where you go, this guy makes me uncomfortable. I don't like the fact that you two used to be together. I don't like the fact that you're hanging out. The fact that you guys used to not just be intimate in bed together, but you just sat there and laughed with each other and all that.
They have memes that they share. She probably sends some TikToks.
Oh, he'll have like a little pet name for her and stuff. Like that makes me uncomfortable. And if she's like, no, you're being silly, that's so... Be like, cool, I've just opened up emotionally to you and you've completely rejected it, because women are sensational at that, especially I'm going to take it that this guy's a little bit younger than we are. When you're in,
you know how
I didn't really look for his profile for it, but it just seems like a kind of younger person question. I also don't you go kick this guy's head in, bro. That ain't gonna do shit. Secondly, ask yourself this: can you kick his head in? Thirdly, if you kick his head in, it will not end there. Like, does he have an older brother? Does he have some cousins who don't fuck about?
Yeah.
Like, you can just end up getting yourself...
got a cauliflower ear.
Bro, you can end up in a lot of trouble if you just want to go... Don't just go to violence because that seems like... Because you're angry, because you're going to end up in a lot of trouble.
So let's discount the violence and just let's deal with it on an emotional level. Try and talk to her and ask her, like, what is it about... this relationship with him that she still feels that she needs, that she can't let go of, even though now you're now in the picture. You gotta ask her that. See what she says. She might have never thought about your point of view.
Yeah, she should be being reasonable about this, bro.
And befriend your ex also. And see how she feels.
Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know what? Fuck all the intelligent stuff we just said. You become best friend with your
Tit
ex.
for tat.
You go back and you sit there and you giggle with each other and you meet for coffee. You start really
Tit for tit. You know.
Yeah, go for it. Like really befriend her ex as well and come better friends. Dude, the only thing to do it, you've got to become gay and you've now got to fuck her ex. That is the only answer here.
I feel like
put down the violence and make love, bro.
Make love.
Make love, not violence. You know what I mean? That's you know, this is the answer here.
I see no flaws.
You know, and you just got to, in your mind, you got to be like, she was able to do it. I'm able to suck this dick.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean,
what did you think you were going to get when you wrote into us for help?
let's see how that goes.
No, let's just give it a genuine bit of advice though. Like
we did.
We gave some, but I don't just want to. We're trying to be entertaining here, bruv. But like, no, just talk to your girl about it. And if she, well, I'll give you this. My girl used to speak to her ex, yeah. And it fucking bothered me. And this is the thing, like when you're dealing with women and stuff like that, they want you to emotionally open up to them until you fucking do. And then they're gonna have like this whole. Do you see this is a classic example, yeah, of why men and women are different? Because his way of dealing with it is immediate violence against another man, whereas her way of dealing with it is going to be completely. Girls won't have that. Like with guys, it's just immediately usually to I don't like this person. I want to fuck them up.
I want to kick.
Yeah, and that's do not do that. Right, that's a bad thing. But if you, hopefully your girl's just cool with it and she understands that you can have a chat about it and don't get angry. Don't say you want to kick his head in.
Yeah.
But you've just got to go, this guy makes me uncomfortable. I don't like you to have a relationship. And if she's getting funny about it, be like, you wouldn't like it if I was hanging out with my ex or messaging my ex. And my girl, we had a thing about this at one point. And then, so take my advice, bro, because otherwise you end up doing what I did and you end up going over there and fucking helping him move.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. How did we get there?
I just ended up going over there. I had to go over there and help him fucking move house one day.
I thought you went over there for seeking violence.
No.
And you ended up.
No. I got a message like, oh, he's got like a load of stuff he has to get out, and are you able to come help? It would really be helpful. It would really mean a lot to me. Could you come? So I had to go over there, fucking drink a matcha tea with this guy who used to be a banker. So all his shit's fucking better than mine.
Yeah.
Oh, all this stuff's better than mine. After I'd also heard how much of a cunt he'd been to my girlfriend. So I'm over there like wanting to fucking rip his head off. And then he gave me a really nice TV stand. And I found out my price. He didn't even give me it, you know. I went, what are you doing with that TV stand? And he was like, you can have it. I'm like, yeah. So the next day I went back with my girl with her car to pick it up.
That's a win.
I got a TV stand out of it.
That's a win. Let's see what happens when you communicate.
I made my girl drive through the congestion charge zone to get me this TV stand.
And to relive the memories of abusive ex.
Yeah, they went upstairs and like took them ages to get it, but I just waited in the car.
That's a win.
There was handprints all over it.
That's a win for you. Listen, violence never solves anything but wars. So, you know, just remember that. My next philosophical. What's your sign? Okay, I don't think anybody really was taking my.
What the fuck are these? Who follows you, bro?
I don't know. Probably 13-year-olds. Clearly, I'm a Gemini.
All right, I'm a Leo. There we go. That's that question done.
Why? Let's delve into it a little bit. Roman, do you have any astrological beliefs?
No, not at all. I'm a Scorpio, and generally, if I meet women and I tell them, they usually react by going, "Oh,
yeah."
I have no idea.
I feel like they would say that to any single sign.
They all fucking do that. Apparently, I'm a very classic Leo.
What does that mean?
Oh, because all the star sign stuff is it's very basic pop psychology that you can apply to anyone.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, "Oh, you're such a Leo." Yeah, no, that explains why you do comedy, because Leos are usually like, they're quite creative, they're quite feisty, like everyone thinks that about themselves.
Yeah.
Everyone has that about themselves. That
I have a feeling that people look at star signs for advice because being a human being is very hard. And so to have a guide that's literally telling you are this, you are that, and you're, oh, I could just put this personality upon me and make life a bit easier. So when I try and think of it like that, I'm like, I try and sympathize who people into star signs, because they're just trying to get by and understand themselves.
I do you know what? I think one day you're going to be into something like that. It'd be very Mike, wouldn't it, Roman, for Mike to suddenly like turn up as a Scientologist one day or something.
Okay, why'd you go there?
It would, but he'd do you know what? I know what Mike's like. At first, he wouldn't be like. He's just like, no, I just did the test, and it's worth doing. It's worth trying out. Just but what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Within a few months, he's like, my lord, whatever they are.
I'm a level 7.
But look, I'm level 2, and my level 7 above me has told me I'm not allowed to speak to you anymore.
I think I would. Yeah, I think there is something in me that wants answers.
Yeah, you could end up in a cult.
Yeah. Do you think I would try? I think I would try and like subtly convert you. I think I could get far.
But I'm not who you want in a cult. I'm one of those people who end up in the cult, and then the next thing you know, Waco siege is happening, and there's a fire, and people, or we're all killing ourselves to ascend to the spaceship.
Yeah, you'd be the catalyst for the Netflix documentary.
Yeah. Oh, it was great, and then at the end of the episode, they introduced me, and that was until Elliot joined. And you're like, oh, you got to watch the next episode, and Elliot, he was smart, he was showing it's a little bit aggressive, but you got on with him, and then like within a few episodes, it's all like, no, we all need to fuck each other in there. As that every cult ends, one guy just starts it, and then he's like, but look, we all need to fuck each other.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what needs to go down here.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, maybe. I think I have that in me. I need to work on that.
Just out of interest, what was your star sign again, Mike?
I'm a Gemini.
A Gemini. Yeah.
Can you-
And you were a Leo, weren't you?
Yeah.
Are we compatible?
Well, that's what I was checking. I was checking to see the compatibility. See, Leos are most compatible with other fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius.
Ooh.
But they also get along with air signs. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that's 7 out of the possible other 11 that I'm getting on with, is it?
Can you put us into a relationship like combiner to see
if it works.
Yeah.
see if we make sense together?
I mean, to be honest with you, this podcast is pretty much that in itself, really.
Yeah. No, we should end our friendship immediately.
Yeah, I don't think it. I think like we could work as a couple, in the sense that we're both to a point agreeable.
What?
We're both we both don't shut things down straight away. Although more than you, I'm more accessible than you, but you come around.
Okay.
I'm not saying we're gonna fuck, but I'm saying
It kind of sounds like it.
It absolutely sounds like it. Could you imagine if I was a female host? How inappropriate that would. For some reason, with guys, it's funny. But if you were to just imagine, like my name was Elietta or something, or Ellie would have been the easier one.
why Elietta? What the fuck is that? Who the fuck has ever been called Elietta?
Don't try to put me under the bus after you've just basically gone and explained how we'll work as a couple.
Elietta, but so yeah.
I think if we were. I don't think the public would accept it. I think the racial tension.
Yeah, I don't want to hold hands with you.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of racial tension. Yeah, no, I don't think it would work, bro.
Fair enough.
Maybe it would. Let's look it up on the star sign thing if we can go together.
Well,
So if we're Leos and what you Aries?
Gemini.
Gemini.
I don't even remember my sign. Anything I say.
gosh, this is not a good start to the relationship.
No, it's awful.
But Leos and Geminis,
Yeah, we get on.
you're compatible, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
It says, air signs, also have dynamic, fast-paced energy and could work well for a Leo. Do you have dynamic, fast-paced
Who, me?
energy, Mike? Yeah.
I can do. It's not my default setting.
The guy did 25 minutes out of 40 minutes. That's how fast-paced his energy is. That's going to be his excuse when the show manager asks
It felt like
his
40.
agent why he fucked off. I got dynamic, fast-paced energy. What it takes someone to do in 40, I do in 25.
I got a couple more which are actually a bit more.
Go on.
But you want to go in order?
Well, we're going in an order. I got some actual good ones, like with philosophy.
Okay.
Not that yours weren't good.
I mean, they weren't. I wish people sent them in not anonymously so I could shame them.
This is a very good one that I got, right? And it's leaning on for someone.
All yours are fucking long.
Yeah, so and someone asked like a very similar question, but this one sort of makes it a bit wider. Could you argue all offending rehabilitation programs are immediately destined to fail because of preconceptions, lack of funding, and no follow-up when those involved have little to no incentives to participate other than to tick a box? Fuck me, bruv. That is a long question. I don't know.
Do you know, we had Ginger J on a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Kind of addressed this a
Yeah.
little bit in terms of coming out of the system and things not being in place for people to prosper. It's almost like designed for inmates to go back in again in terms of they find themselves a job, but the other side is slow with the paperwork, or they're like, we don't like these hours that you're trying to work, or housing is messed up. And I think there are a lot of things where it stops inmates. I was asking specifically about inmates.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, the other person was asking it about sex offenders.
Yeah, let's keep it to inmates. in
Inmates
general.
is better. 'Cause it makes it a bit wider. You can have, you know.
Yeah, I think things are in place where it makes it hard for people to fully complete their redemption arc, and puts things back where they are attracted back to a life of crime because there's no other ways.
Yeah. But there's a preconception. But at what point does someone do? Is everyone? I guess the wider thing is everyone forgivable?
I mean, by what context? If you've been, let's say, forgiven by the victims of somebody you murdered,
How would the victims of the people, if you've murdered them, how do they forgive you?
well, their family are victims.
Oh, okay.
Their family are the victims. So also them themselves are the main victim. But let's say you've been forgiven by the family of somebody that you murdered.
Yeah.
Do you need anybody else's forgiveness?
That's a good question. I guess it's down to, like, you know, your own personal view on the matter. If I killed somebody,
Let's say you.
I've killed somebody, and the family's forgiven me. Suckers.
You're such a dickhead.
I'm on parole. Did you get the letter from what's his name? Who's that cunt I killed? Yeah, his mum. Did she send the letter in? Yeah. Good, innit? So let's end this. Let's get this cracking. I want to be out of here.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Did she send any money, by the way? Did she gonna? Am I going to be compensated for the time I served for the murder? Now that now that the mum's forgiven me.
Let's say, in another example, you've not been forgiven by the family of the person you murdered, but you are fully on a path of redemption. You got a job where you talk to people in crime, and then you're trying to get them on the straight and narrow. You haven't committed one crime since. You fully redeemed yourself. You fully turned your life around, given your life to God maybe. But that family,
Why you got to give your life to God?
let's just say, we're associating it with purity. Not that you need religion to be pure, but let's say, like,
I think giving your life to God and using that as an excuse for that you've redeemed yourself is as fucking bogus as that little skit I did about the mum sending in the letter. I think that what does that mean, you've given your life to God?
okay, but let's say it's a genuine thing where you've given your life.
No, but why is it I become religious? It's suddenly like a good thing.
Because you're using the foundations of religion, all the good things within religion.
But how do you know that? I could just be lying.
But let's say
The foundations of religion are what?
having a good moral compass.
And spreading the word of God and getting more people into the religion.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like I'm going like, oh, it's back to Scientology. Like, how's that not just doing it? Like, if I went into prison and then went, oh well, I've become a Scientologist now, so I should be forgiven. That's a pure thing. Everyone would be like, well, you're on, you fucking lunatic. If I go in there and come Christian, suddenly, oh, he's changed his life around.
Yeah, because Christianity is verified. Christianity's got a blue tick.
Okay, fair.
And
Okay,
Scientology is new.
yeah.
That's why it's weird.
Scientology is like a Kanye West of Twitter. Like they had to deplatform it.
If Christianity was introduced 20 years ago, everyone would be like, that's weird. Because it's new.
Yeah, because if you heard that story as an adult,
But it's because the fact that the story has lasted over centuries.
I by the way, I like the Bible. I think the Bible's got some amazing stories in it. I just
Shut up, man.
It does.
What does that even mean?
It's got.
Like, what's your top 3 favorite Bible stories?
I like the one where the what's his name, where he rises after a few days after being a caterpillar.
You're such an idiot.
You know,
That's just Henry the Caterpillar. What the fuck is it called?
It's Colin the Caterpillar, and I believe it's in Psalms 3:17. The righteous caterpillar.
Okay.
Let's
Number 2.
smite down on.
Number 2 favorite Bible story.
I like the one where Jesus feeds the 5,000 with just 2 loaves of fish and some two fish and some loaves of bread.
Yeah. What'd you like about it?
Just, you know, it's a good story. He cracks on with his life, innit? He's doing all right.
All right.
I look, here's what I like about the Bible. Like, if you read the Book of Genesis or anything like that, it is an incredibly it's an incredibly interesting book. But it's if you look back beyond what was religion before Christianity, you're able to find that Christianity is just basically the basis of it is a carbon copy of. It kind of goes into astrology in an odd way, because it's the idea that the Son of God, is at the center of the universe, and that there's 12 disciples. Well, there's 12 signs of the zodiac, and they all go around the sun.
Astrology could have stolen from the Bible?
No, because this is way before. This is like pagan religion. Yes, but they're using like not the idea of star signs and stuff, but it was like you look at where the planets are placed, and they had like an understanding of basic mathematics, but weren't able to explain the rest of the stuff, so religion made sense. We now are able to explain a lot more of the rest of the stuff, but religion is now just like, yeah, but I kind of invested my childhood in this, so I'm...
You telling me there weren't 2 animals of every kind on that art? Is that what you're trying to tell?
No, but I'd say like modern Christians would look at the Bible and go, well, no, that obviously never happened, but it's about the moral teachings of it. And in the Old Testament, the moral teachings were, you fucking did what? You're gonna fucking pay for this.
He was very angry.
And then the New Testament was like, guys, let's chill out. Yay!
Bit of a PR spin.
Yeah. God,
Not with the
PR.
gays though, but just everything else. That part stayed.
They need to do a third Bible, which is what Mormons believe.
Okay.
I believe it's Joseph Smith.
Mormons don't believe in black people.
Well, yeah, because they believe that black people got like a terrible plague or something.
Yeah, that's why we are black.
And that's why,
That's why Mitt Romney didn't win that election. There's a big part. Everyone was just like reading into Mormonism a bit more like, what the fuck?
It is insane. Mormonism is it is like a dude down the pub came up. Can I get 15 wives?
Yeah.
What God told me and only me, and he gave me these golden tablets that nobody else has seen because I lost them.
That's Jack and the Beanstalk, bro.
No, I swear to God, Joseph Smith. I think he got given like the golden tablets when when Jesus died, he resurrected in America.
Okay.
And then like did a load of things in America, even though it would have been with the indigenous population of America and not the European colonizing people of America. He left his tablets, and an angel came to Joseph Smith and said, "Hey, look, here's where the tablets are." And he was reading them, and he was like, "Oh, fucking hell, there's Bible."
Did you learn this all from the musical?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, like, I've seen documentaries on it and stuff, because they started to go into live in Mexico, the Mormons, and started getting the cartel started shooting them up. They pissed off the cartel.
Our conversations have no structure whatsoever.
No, that's why people like it.
I was making a point. Let's say you fully, in yourself, you have redeemed. And
Okay.
your
I've
intention.
discovered Mormonism.
Let's say you have, and your intentions are pure, right? To the outsider looking in, that you be like, that guy has fully turned his situation around.
Yeah.
But the family of the person you killed hasn't forgiven you. Are you redeemed?
I guess if you've made the decision in your life to change as a person, then you have shown a sign of redemption, and that's all you can do as a human to grow.
And you don't need anyone else's validation.
I think you would want the person's validation and you'd want the forgiveness, but they don't owe you that.
They don't.
They don't owe you that. They don't owe you.
And you can't try and force them.
You could.
Through knife
You could go and be like, see what I did to your fucking brother? I'll do it to you unless you forgive me. But I don't. I think that's going to cause a few more. I think you're then going back on everything else that you've done.
I agree.
And if, you know, why are you forgiving me? Also, give me your wallet.
That is the thing about forgiveness. Is it internal or is it external?
Yeah. Have you ever forgiven people? Or do you just keep it all in your diary?
I keep a lot of it in my diary.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I have an unhealthy thing where I don't like confronting people. I prefer to just be like, keep a cool.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
I mean, you have discussions where we disagree on things.
Oh, yeah. We've never had a falling out over them, but there's been things we've disagreed on.
Disagreed on it. We just get to a point where we're like, well, let's just talk it out and
Yeah.
reach a point. So I'm getting better at that. But most times I don't think I need forgiveness. I need anybody's telling me that they're sorry for something.
Forgiveness begins with yourself, I guess. And also, I always bring it up, Carl Jung, you've got to explore your dark side, man. We're all capable of bad things. And it's understanding that you're capable of these bad things. Now, that's not a good legal defense.
No.
But it is, you know, it is part of the human experiences we all do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Do you have another quote? We'll do one more of each, and then we'll wrap this episode up and continue it on the Patreon.
Yeah, I got one from Maddie Campion. I don't know if I was supposed to say.
Okay.
No, it wasn't bad. She's another comedian.
Yeah.
And she said, why be the bigger man in the situation when revenge feels better?
Oh, that's a very fucking... I don't like that you said it because I like Maddie, so now I can't like lay into the question as much.
Then you can lay into it.
That's a very fucking someone who listens to Taylor Swift thing to say, innit?
You just said that because you know it's a white woman.
Yeah, but do you know what that is? Taylor Swift is to white women what having like a picture of fucking Robert De Niro in Goodfellas is to men. Do you know what I mean? Or having a picture of Scarface. Taylor Swift is white women Andrew Tate. It is, isn't it? Taylor Swift is just white women Andrew Tate. Yeah, I'm gonna go get revenge on my ex-boyfriend. Oh, and then white women are like, oh. It's just fucking, what are you actually saying?
Good reason for you to make this about Taylor Swift and hating white women.
What was she getting revenge on? Is she what is she fucking? Is she John Wick? There's a scale to revenge. Has someone killed her dog and she's gone out there and taken out the whole of the Russian mob?
Why are you ridiculing this one when we've had fucking, oh, my girlfriend has another friend?
Yeah, but that's not just another friend. It's another. We told that guy to get revenge.
Yeah.
Do you know what? She's right. Get revenge. It is sweet.
But she's saying why? Why be the bigger man?
Because I tell you why, in my opinion. You don't know what the consequences of revenge. When first embarking on a journey of revenge, remember to dig 2 graves.
Fucking hell. Where is that from?
Deep.
Yeah,
Is that from Power Rangers?
That is from the Power Rangers Teenage
Teenage
Ninja Mutant Turtle crossover. Donatello, and then he says, "Cowabunga, dude! when first going on embarking on the journey of revenge, you gotta remember to do a kickflip, man."
I feel like revenge probably never fills the hole in your heart that the pain really came from.
Unless you're gonna do it like Dead Man 2 style, where you fucking hang yourself in front of him. Do you remember when you asked me what you'd do if you started dating Dua Lipa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you would kill yourself in front of us.
I would ruin your relationship. I'd find out where they were going for dinner. Yeah, I'd ask mate. I'd be like, "Where are you doing going for dinner tonight?" And you'd tell me. And I'd find a building near it and just fall off it, like in The Departed when he just in front of Leonardo DiCaprio.
You are underestimating how quickly we'd go back to
Are we talking you'd still make the dinner?
Just walk over your body. No. I wouldn't recognize your face anyway.
No, but I'm saying like, I'm there and you guys are like screaming and she can't ever look at you in your eyes again without being reminded of the day that I died in front of you both. You'd get.
I'd be okay with it.
You'd forgive yourself.
I'd forgive myself for doing this to you.
No, I like Maddie. I think that's a good. It is.
No, you don't. You just
I do like
completely
Maddie. I really like Maddie.
Don't
I think
try
she's
and-
cool as fuck.
Don't try and pretend like you like the question.
No. I just don't understand in what is the context of the revenge being asked to do.
It's a general philosophical pondering.
Okay, but I need specifics because I'm on the spectrum probably.
Let's say in a donut store,
Yeah.
someone pushes in line, gets the last donut that you wanted.
Well, what's the revenge? Do I go out and beat the fuck out of him for that? Is that worthy of that?
You punched him in the back of the head.
Oh, I think that's too excessive to donkey punch someone for getting the last donut.
They're walking out, about to take a bite of the donut. Smack the donut onto their hand, onto the floor.
Yes, that's fine, but then you have to be ready to deal with the repercussions. That's the
Just
two.
run.
What if they're faster than you?
Well, then you explain yourself. You took the donut.
So you smacked the donut out of their hand, you ran, they've got up with you.
Like,
and then
whoa,
you go,
whoa, whoa.
and you go, wait. You took the last donut. And they're like, well, why didn't you point that out to me? I didn't know you was in line.
Yeah. Do you know what? There's been so many fights in school where my reaction was to run and then realize I'm too tired and I just go in the fetal position.
I used to do that.
And I Oh man.
What,
No.
what do you think on it? Do you think you should be mindful?
Well, as someone who's a study of the Stoic philosophy, I say focus what's in your control. And my anger is an emotion that doesn't have to control my actions. So now I'll just be a pussy and just get another donut. That's what I'm trying to say. Just get
I think it is dependent on what the revenge is. Like, I totally understand if, you know, because there is this thing like, I think you're more at peace when you don't need revenge. Forgiveness is, and forgiving someone doesn't mean you accept them. Forgiving is like, for my peace of mind, I'm moving on with this. I'm not going to allow this to eat me anymore. Whereas when you go and do something that is vengeful, you're going to, it's on your mind a lot. It's about getting one back over this person.
And you have to try and understand someone else's point of view, even at their worst. You know, that person, their wife could have died. And now,
so they want the donut.
yeah, because they need comfort.
Right.
Like,
So if your wife dies, you get to push in front of. I mean, that's fair. If your wife dies, you get 5 days of being able to go to the front of a queue.
yeah, just wear a badge.
Yeah. My wife has died, and after 5 days, you got to give that badge in.
And then now you're in the ice cream parlor and the kid's fucking up your spread. Who can be mad at who? We don't know. Just, I think that's a good way to wrap this one up, man. This has been
This has been a lot of fun, man.
it's been a fun episode, man. Sometimes it's good on the main to just, we don't always need a feature.
No, we've got some wicked features coming up for you guys.
Got
as well.
some really cool people coming up in the future, but today it's just us and
I'm very excited for some of the people we got coming on. Actually, it's insane that we're able to get them. And yeah, it's thank you for supporting the podcast. If you like the podcast, go on the YouTube, subscribe, give us a like and stuff and a comment. It really helps out with the algorithm, or share it with someone you know, because this podcast is starting to grow and stuff. And the more of you we can get on board, the more soon we can start doing live shows and stuff and like stand-up stuff
love to do
and
that.
fucking have a few of you guys along, and that'd be amazing, man. That's, we really appreciate you guys.
for sure. Also, random, if anybody knows actual philosopher lecturer or is one,
Yeah.
we're trying to get one on the pod. We've done no work to actually do it. So this is
I've asked a couple of people, and they did respond. This isn't about philosophy at all. No, they didn't. But we would love to have someone on who is, an actual philosopher. Sometimes when we do ask the fan base to come on, some of you get a bit aggressive in the comments and try to jump with our style of humour, and it does come across as.
Yeah, we don't know you.
We don't know you like that, bro. Please.
We appreciate you. We just don't know you.
Yeah, there's no need to say that, but thanks.
Just be yourselves. Yeah. But yeah, appreciate you and see you next time. Let's take a little 5.
Yeah, 5 minute break. Sweet. We're going to talk about on the Patreon.
We can continue.